Hello and welcome back to another Maas Staple podcast here. Today we've got Stephen on the right hand side.
G'day mates, g'day.
And today we've actually got our first ever guest here on our podcast, Aron.
Hey, how you doing?
So Aron is actually a local film and film producer and director. So how's that been for experiencing that?
Yeah. I mean, I've been doing film studying for 2 years now, so I've sort of developed my skill as a director and producer. But yeah, it's been tough this year. COVID hit, so I mean, it's just being able to network with people and doing projects and stuff like that. It's been a lot slower because of COVID, but yeah, just carry on doing what I love and passionate about. But
yeah, because you're in advanced diploma, right? Is that the vet?
Yeah. But we just studied. We graduated last week. So, But yeah, no, it's great. Like just networking with people, and the lecturers there are amazing. So
yeah,
learn a lot. Yeah.
Because we did the advanced diploma in broadcast the year before. I think you did.
Yeah.
And we got work experience and all that all the time, constantly.
Yeah.
But yeah, with you guys would have been a lot more harder due to the restrictions and then them not letting people into their studios.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah, so you guys had it really bad compared to us.
Yeah, I mean, we did the online, it was just like online learning, but it was just so slow. Because the lecturers didn't know what to do and we didn't know what to do. So, man, it was just such a slow process.
What do you have to use for it, sorry? Zoom or
it was just
something? Or
yeah, it was like a Zoom, the thing was called Collaborate. And it was just part of like the Blackboard social platform. But it just took so long for people to understand how to use it and stuff like that. So
yeah, that would have been a pain.
I know,
honestly.
far out.
Yeah, far out, mate.
That was good.
How lecturers go with it, though?
Oh man, I mean, the thing is, because some of the lecturers don't even know how to use the computers for the start. So using a new platform, it's just foreign to them. So yeah, it just took for ages to understand how to even turn it on, kind of thing. So.
Yeah.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, so we've talked about COVID a little bit here and a little bit there. So you working at the moment, or you travelling around, or you just you got anything coming up at the moment, or?
Yeah, I think I am going out just to Bustleton for a family trip because the borders are open, so might as well take that to advantage, I guess. But I'm not going on holiday overseas or anything. So yeah, it's just really taking advantage of the borders before they close. But yeah, no, just hanging out with the family as best as I can.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we heard that you're having a film coming up soon.
Yeah.
So explain to us what the film, what's it called, and a little bit about it and the story, or.
No worries. So it's titled Fading Numbers. It's a Holocaust short film. It's a 15-minute short film that I'm working on, and we've been working on it since 2018, 2019.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So it's been a long time that we've been working on it, but I think we were going to shoot this year, but COVID hit, so we couldn't really do anything. But basically the crux of it is just a story about a Holocaust survivor showing her experiences to a journalist, but there's almost a connection that they both share through family history. So we actually find out, or the audience finds out at the end, what basically happens and the connection that they both share, I guess. But yeah, I've got an amazing crew and cast on board. Everyone's volunteering their time, and it's going really well at the moment. But it's slowing down because of Christmas, but come January, it's going to be full steam ahead.
Yep. And it's going to be a very busy time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, pre-production's always the worst.
I know.
So, what type of restrictions is it on set?
Yeah, I mean...
if you could, just quickly. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, COVID restrictions
kind
of thing?
And all that.
Yeah. I guess with the study in the TAFE films, I guess when you arrive on set, you immediately are confronted by the COVID gun, and then they take your temperature.
Right.
But I mean, you're not allowed to touch anything, touch equipment. You always have to clean equipment or maintain that. And just a constant hand sanitizer every 5 minutes kind of thing. Some people, the costume designers, the art department unit, all have to wear masks. So you can't actually breathe on the actors or breathe on the food. So just those little things.
Right. So if you wanted to move the tripod to a new scene, you'd have to clean it each time, for example, or Not really.
Not really.
That's a bit overkill.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that might be happening in other countries, but you basically just clean equipment before you start, and then you can manhandle it. Kind of
that
thing.
one person uses that equipment all day.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So the camera department just use their equipment.
Yeah.
No one else can use or touch their equipment, basically.
Yeah. And the same with lighting. Only lighting people can touch
Pretty much.
it. And, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes
So
sense.
strict. Yeah.
So what about
Wow.
the director? As the guy in every area.
I know. I mean, he just uses his voice, verbal. So yeah. Nah, it's just things you have to get used to, I guess.
And what's your role on that film shoot on Fading Numbers?
Yeah. So I'm directing the Fading Numbers film.
Oh, yep.
So, and I guess it's my directorial debut, I guess.
Yeah.
I've made short films in the past, but they're not as to the extent of like how big this one is, I guess. They're all just little films you make with your friends and your mates kind of thing. But yeah, it's exciting times, I guess, it's because I'm working with a cast and working with a large crew. It's getting that experience, I guess. So yeah.
How many crew and cast you gonna have on the film? Do you know? Or
So we've got about 30 crew and 30 cast, but then we're using extras, so you're looking at about, on some days, over 100 people, 150 people.
oh wow, yeah.
So
Damn.
yeah, it is a big production, I guess, but we're trying to keep it as minimal as we can, because you've known for experience, when you have lots of people on set, it's just very slow.
Yeah.
Like the progress and the process is so slow. Whereas if you're with your mates, you can just move a camera tripod in less than like a minute.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're in a big crew, it takes like 10 minutes just to move a tripod from A to B kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I guess they kind of got to be shouted at a little bit more in a way, right?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Definitely.
First assistant director is going to have a lovely time with casting crew. So yeah.
Who's your first assistant?
We have a woman called Katie Dickerson. She was actually first assistant director on the TAFE films. And she's really great.
Katie Dixon. I think she used to do Sweet and Sour. I think.
Oh really?
I think. Don't take my word for it, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think she did Sweet and Sour.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, no, she's great. She works really well with people, and she's been working as assistant director for a while now, so she's got the experience under her belt. So she's going to be a great asset for the crew. Yeah.
And who's like your head of camera department, like DOP?
Yeah. We got a guy called Liang Zhu. I don't know if you've heard of him.
I've seen him on Facebook, but I haven't talked to him or anything like that.
I hadn't heard of the guy.
No?
No.
He's brilliant. So he did the Screen Academy. He graduated the Screen Academy about 2 years now.
Yeah.
And he won Best Cinematographer at the Screen Academy. So I was like, yes.
Nice.
And he's also won like the ACS Gold Award, like Australian Cinematographer Society. But he's our DOP, and we're using the Red camera basically.
Yeah.
Red Epic, I think. But yeah, he's very talented. He knows what he's doing. So yeah, he's also got experience under his belt.
Is that so the Red Epic, is that like 4K? Is that 8K or camera or?
Yeah, I think it's 4K.
Oh, 4K.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, don't take my word for it, but I'm pretty sure it's 4K.
Yeah, I know you're only the director for it.
Yeah.
So you
I
shouldn't
don't know
that
too
stuff,
much,
but
but yeah. No, the Red Epic's really good. I mean, even at TAFE when we use the Red cameras, they're amazing cameras. And it's great. I guess I know going off a bit, but using that kind of equipment, even like in a learning environment, is so great, because even at uni you don't really get that practical experience that TAFE gives you. So just using like industry equipment, it just gives you so much experience and knowledge about that when you go into the real world, you've got that under your belt, and you know, like on set, all right, I know how to use this equipment basically.
Yeah, I was told once by someone in the industry, like big name, I don't know if you're Blake Waldop. Oh, okay, he's a Steadicam operator for film, television, all those type of stuff.
Your favourite guy.
Yeah, well, no, he's a pretty cool guy. You know?
Yeah, he is.
He's only there's only a few people that carry around a Steadicam.
I know.
Yeah.
And anyway, yeah, so he told me that the more cameras you use at TAFE, the more better you're gonna have a chance.
Oh yeah.
And so then I started learning like how to use like other camera, well, obviously broadcast. You learn the P2s, you learn the and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah, just the equipment they have at TAFE is amazing.
Yeah.
I know uni's very theoretical. I know they're in the lecture theaters doing like slideshows and all that, whereas TAFE, you're immediately on the equipment and just hands-on, which is great. So yeah, to any uni students or TAFE students out there, I guess just rethink your decision and go to TAFE. you learn so much more, pretty much. So
Yeah, and don't think of it as like a downgrade, right?
yeah.
Like it's more of an upgrade in a way.
I guess
When you think about all the practical places you go to. Like,
exactly.
I forgot to set us a timer, so you know how long we've got left, sorry?
Yeah, we have 11 minutes so far.
Left. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
11 minutes so far. 10 more minutes.
Alright, sorry about
hopefully.
that.
Yep.
Yeah, if we
Easy.
can give some advice to your DOP, Luan, Zoo,
Yeah.
with the bigger shots with more crowds and all that, I found it a bit more quicker if you use multicam.
Yeah, okay.
I know it's going to cost more and
Oh, yeah.
for
Yeah.
like, but yeah, it's probably worth it in the
Yeah.
end, like because then you can get the extras and all that off straight away.
Exactly.
And you can do it all in one take rather than have
100%.
have different camera ops.
Yeah.
Like just get any cam op in and then say do this and then
So you reckon edit it live?
not
As
edit
you're
live,
filming
no,
it, or-
just like
Just shooting like 2 cameras, kind of.
yeah,
Oh,
2 or 3,
right.
4
Okay,
cameras,
yeah.
even having
Yeah.
GoPros setting up all over the place.
Yeah.
That'd probably be worth it.
Even chuck one on one of the extras or something like that.
Yeah.
And then in the
Mm.
edit, he can I don't know who the editor is, but they can just
Yeah.
grab stuff off the multicam use, and then that way you got no continuity errors,
Oh yeah.
and it would be a lot more easier for your editor and your continuity that way.
Yeah, of course. I completely agree.
Yeah.
And especially when you like time is money,
Yeah.
you're feeding the extras as well. You
Yeah.
want to get them on set for ages. So
You wanted to get them off there straight away.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah, so that's just something that I thought of, like
Yeah,
just to make it probably a bit more. I know it probably changes if it does do that. It probably changes
Yeah.
pre-production a bit more, but
Yeah.
just to give a little bit more,
Of course.
That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
advice. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
Kuma won't be very happy with that.
I know.
Michael.
G'day, Kuma. No.
Yeah, g'day Kuma. How you going, buddy?
Yeah,
So like if you what's something that you wish you'd known about the film industry beforehand you went into it?
I think just that idea of networking with people
Yeah.
and working with people that are as passionate as you are and dedicated themselves as artists, because when you're in a learning environment, you find people just sort of drop out straight away.
Yeah.
So even when you guys probably did diploma, you could tell who and weren't passionate
Yeah.
with like film, broadcast and all that. So
Yeah,
I
sure.
guess it's that
Mm.
what I should have learned is network with people who are as passionate as you are.
Yeah.
Instead of networking with people who are going to drop out like flies in like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
kind
we
of
had
thing.
Cert 3. We had about 40 students, wasn't it?
Yeah, who just dropped out.
Yeah, and-
They're like, yeah, nah.
And
af-
30
after the
Probably even 5 of them made it to diploma,
Yeah.
and another 2 dropped out after that.
Yeah.
So that just shows you how many
Yeah.
people get. Well, then you got diplomas,
Yeah.
and then then you've got like 100 and something of them, like
Yeah,
100
yeah.
diplomas. Or
Yeah.
like-
yeah, roundabout.
yeah. Well, we
Yeah.
had 150, I think.
Yeah.
And I think you guys had 120,
Yeah.
and they dropped out as well, and you're only left down with the left 40
I
or
know.
something like students left.
Yeah.
And even in advanced diploma, we had a broadcast class of 15. By the end of
Really?
the year, we had 9.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy,
Far out.
really.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like for film. I think 40 people. It was 40 people with our year, and 10 of them dropped out in advanced diploma
Yeah. Right.
during the year. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I
That's what-
think that's the numbers roughly around about.
Yeah.
Kuma could tell you a little bit more about the film
Yeah.
side, but we could tell you broadcasting.
Yeah. And I guess that's what important. You want to work with people who love doing what they love to do, instead of working with people who are not as passionate, I guess. as
Yeah,
you
and
are.
what you don't want ones that will start shit and all that as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that just slows down the process of
Exactly.
Kuma.
Yeah, like ones who are like, oh, I just want to go home. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
well, why are you studying?
I know.
Like,
Kuma
Yeah,
could tell you
yeah,
a
like-
few names of people
Yeah.
who've done that in his film last year, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, the director. Well, so Kuma was the producer. There was the director, and then there was the editor.
Yeah.
All 3 of them clashed all the time.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
the director wouldn't listen to the producer. No one would. No one would listen to the producer. The producer would tell them like we're doing this. Director was like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
And then it was just always clashing. And then
Yeah.
with the editor, no, I'm not doing what the fucking director tells me
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
slideshow, honestly. Yeah.
And it's just constantly
Crazy.
arguing between them. But like the few other films, like they didn't have that much arguing.
Yeah.
I think on my film shoot, the editor was best friends with the DOP,
Yeah.
the director, and all that. So then I was continuity, and I wasn't friends with any of them.
Oh, okay.
And so then, like, I said, no, yeah, that needs to be reshot, definitely, for sure. And they're like, no, it's going to the next shot.
Yeah.
And, like, sometimes you got to listen, well, not so, all the time you got to listen to the continuity and go, well, yeah, this is what we've got to, because they're trying to do they're trying to put the film together in their head while the film hasn't even been made yet.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing what, I did continuity, and it's probably the second busiest role on the film shoot.
Yeah.
And we pretty much don't have a break. Like, because I was doing unit assistant and also doing continuity at the same time. Yeah. And everyone was like, where the fuck's my coffee, Mike? I'm doing continuity.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put the film together.
Yeah.
Then I've got the camera.
Make your own bloody coffee.
Yeah, then I've got the camera assistant going, what scene are we up to, Mum? I'm thinking, shit, someone wants coffee now. So then I eventually just said to them, like, the crew, I was like, no more unit for me. I'll just stick to continuity.
Yeah.
And I was stuck on another film shoot where I was doing boom, continuity, grip, best boy, all five. I was doing 5 at one stage.
Swapping between them.
Yeah.
On the fly, basically.
Yeah, because continuity had a mental breakdown.
Oh, okay.
And you don't want them on the film shoot.
Yeah, no.
And and then the unit wasn't even doing their job. Like, they were just sitting there talking on their phone and all that. So then you're like, okay, next person. Then gaffer they didn't even have gaffer tape on them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you probably know from film experience, like, a gaffer's always carrying around gaffer tape. That's why it's called gaffer.
Yeah. One of the most important roles. Gaffer.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, not.
Okay, well, probably not, but still important.
They're under the DOP charge, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the DOP sort of tells them, we want this, and then they go, yeah, all right, let's do it.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah, so I reckon we'll go to a break now, and we'll talk a bit more to Aaron a little bit in a second.
Easy.
Right. Stephen, what do we do?
No problem. Guys, make sure you check out the YouTube. Make sure you do the notification bell. And make sure you like the Facebook, the Twitter, and the Insta. And make sure to check out the
website. Stephen made a website with a guy from Fiverr, I think it was.
Yeah, Fiverr.
Yeah. Make sure you check out that website. It's quite good. We update it. We've got guests coming in now, so we update our guests who's coming on the show next night. And so if you look into the guest section, you'll find Aaron.
MaasStaplePodcast.com. We're going to make a guest tab. All right.
Alrighty. Catch you guys.
All right. See ya. Easy.
There we go. All right, and hello and welcome back to the Maas Staple podcast. Today we've got Aron, is it Atwell?
Attiwell.
Attiwell. Sorry about that. Yeah, local film and local film producer here in Perth. So if you could give yourself some advice. What are your forget about that. What are your ambitions for the next 5-10 years along the track?
Yeah. I guess in 5 years, I'd like to have made like a feature film, or have a feature film under my belt. I think feature films, in my observations, will get you into the industry kind of thing, or like you'll get awareness and people notice you with feature films, I guess, instead of like short films.
Yep.
So yeah, the next 5 years, maybe a feature film under my belt, and then 10 years time, hopefully, maybe like move eastern states or overseas if COVID's, calmed down a bit, which is very ambitious, like moving into another country or moving into another place, but
very big risk as well.
Oh yeah. But yeah, they're just the two, I guess, ambitious goals for the next few years.
So, sorry, I was going to say, what are your top movie directors? If you had to choose, like, at least 3. We'll say 3.
Yeah, Steven Spielberg, Ron Howard, and Baz Luhrmann. Baz Luhrmann is the Australian director. I sort of appreciate his work and what he's done.
What has he made?
Great Gatsby, Australia. Moulin Rouge? Like, very good Australian-based films. He's also doing the Elvis project with Tom Hanks and some other dude in Queensland. But
didn't hear about that one.
Yeah, being kept very quiet.
Shit.
Yeah, but no, he's good.
Yeah,
and Steven Spielberg and that because of the Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones,
the classics,
or the classics.
Yeah,
Jaws.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Jaws. Can't forget that one. Doing it. Yeah.
What are your favourite directors, Stephen?
Probably Christopher Nolan is one of them. Yeah, probably Christopher Nolan. It's probably my favourite.
I have to say Steven Spielberg or James Cameron.
Yeah.
James Cameron's really good with his both editing and like photography stuff. He understands everything on how it works.
Yeah.
Because he was the first one kind of like to do that dramatic well, he did the Titanic, but he did like a full-on edit like that. Relied on heavily on CGI, that Titanic with practical effects mixed together. So I've got a respect for that. And also Steven Spielberg, he's been around for years.
Oh yeah.
And then you got Hitchcock as well. He was quite good back in the day. And I forgot the other one. He made films. He was the main actor. Charlie
Chaplin?
That's the one, Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah.
Well, he pretty much started the industry of film and making and all that. Yeah, so I've got respect for the kind of like the older ones, but then also at the same time, the newer ones that are coming. Yeah.
Like George Lucas and that.
Yeah.
George.
I was gonna say George, but
yeah, Star Wars.
Yeah, the classic.
Yeah, gotta appreciate the classics.
Yeah.
I think it's like also Christopher Wang or something like that. He's also West Australia. Well,
James Wan.
James Wan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, Fast and Furious. He's done like horror films and all that. Yeah. So you're heading towards that type area.
Yeah. I don't mind Christopher Nolan. He's good. Like his storylines and plots are just crazy. I don't know if you guys seen Tenet.
Yeah.
Recently,
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Did that confuse you, the film? Or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Far out.
After watching, I was like, "What the fuck did I just watch?" Like
I worked it
By the
in
end
about
of it.
15 minutes. I was like,
yeah,
okay, the end of the film's actually at the start, and then the start of the film is actually at the end of the film. I worked that out.
yeah,
Right.
right, yeah.
But then also
Way
the thing
too
about
confusing.
Christopher Nolan that no one really knows is there's no chairs on, so crew can't sit down during taking of a film,
All right.
and they can't sit down during well, like they're doing their work. So like when the actors go out with Christopher Nolan, they can't sit down and do their work.
Yeah,
They've got to set up for the next scene and all. Yeah.
They're always doing improv then.
Yeah, he's always
you would
like,
say?
he's always less than $5 million under budget as well.
Right.
So like they'll make out like 60 million, but then the film will end up costing 55 million, for example, because of him he's got the no phone policy and also he's got no chair policy as well. I think the only people can sit down are the actors when they're going for makeup and all that. Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
another thing that might be able to do in your film shoot.
No, give me some good ideas. Yeah.
I only learned that from a YouTube video as well. Like the actors were complaining like, "Oh, I didn't get to sit down and all."
Yeah.
I don't get treated as royalty on the set. Yeah.
No, but he is a good film. He can prove it though.
Yeah.
I think there's another film director who did The Shining. A lot of people don't like him as well because what he did was he made Jack Nicholson and that woman that walked up the stairs.
Yeah.
They did that over 300 times.
Jeez.
Of that same shot. Even the camera crew were like, "Oh, come on, get on with it." But no.
Far out.
But he did that on purpose, so it sent them more psychological.
Yeah.
So the more they did it, the more crazy they went in their head, and they're still recovering it to this day and age.
Yeah.
I think the door scene was taken about over 500 times or something. Like,
Yeah, right. David Finch is known for that, like just
as well,
so many takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That probably cost you a big budget.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But Christopher Nolan, you can go like that, and go with a bit more of. No one can sit down on the film shit.
Yeah.
Doesn't he use like older type of lenses and shit too?
I'm not
Christopher
sure.
Nolan,
35 mil or something? Or 16 mil,
He shoots on 35 a lot of the time.
Something
like that.
I've heard about that as well a little
I
bit.
don't know if that's right.
Yeah. Okay. I know he uses like the IMAX cameras, like the big box.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But the image quality in IMAX is pretty good.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't get any better than that.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest failure you've done and how'd you learn from it, like in the film industry?
I think the biggest failure would probably be I had an opportunity to meet like a big Perth director, I guess.
Yeah.
And I was late to the meeting by 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, traffic, and I turned up, and he actually like blocked my call, didn't respond to any of my text messages or calls. And then I got in contact with him like a few years later, and he said like the biggest or like lesson you need to learn is you always have to be like on time or before.
Yeah.
And I
15
think,
minutes early, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Broadcasts. Any broadcast person
Yeah.
who works in the industry will always be 15 minutes early, no matter
100%.
what. Yeah.
Yeah. And to this day, I sort of have that regret that not turning up on time, because, you know, I maybe had a job opportunity or something like that. But yeah, so yeah, that's probably the biggest failure. Just
Can you
not
name
turning
this
up
one
on-
director or?
Probably not. No, I have to
Okay.
keep it secret.
Non-disclosure.
Yeah.
All right.
He might be
speaking,
watching.
Speaking of film, so who's your executive producer?
On my project.
Yeah, on the Fade Numbers.
Yeah, so we've got Jordan Prince Wright.
Yeah.
He's a director at the moment. He's directing a feature film, Before Dawn, which is a $7 million feature film just shot in Esperance.
Okay, yeah.
So they're shooting mid next year. But he's great. He's 24 years of age and he's done a few feature films. But yeah, he's sort of, I guess, well known in the Perth industry. But
Yeah,
yeah.
he's been on radio a few times, and he's
Yeah.
been on Stage Night once, and they did a film, like a war. They did a big war scene or something like that, and he was out there filming it
Yeah.
with them. Well, obviously he was out there.
Yeah.
But so I've kind of known him from that. I remember him
Oh, okay.
from that
yeah.
Stage Night kind of video, but I haven't really seen any of his films or anything like that. But I do
Yeah.
kind of a little bit know about Jordan due to that Stage Night episode.
He did that Wild West one as well.
Decadent and Depraved.
Yeah, that's how I got to see the guy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. No, he's good. I mean, like, for his age, he's achieved so much. Like, 2 feature films, and he's networked and collaborated with, like, Hugh Jackman and just a few other, like, Australian celebrities, I guess.
Yeah, wow,
But yeah, no, he's going places. I can tell you that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
What's one thing that you'd wish that you'd known before you started your career?
I think just having that networking aspect. So when I started, I've always worked by myself. So making my own films, and working by myself independently. I wish I knew how to network and have that confidence to network with other people. Because really, this industry is made for collaboration and working with other people in a team. And I wish I knew that earlier on, because working by yourself, like, you know what you're doing, but it's good to network and collaborate with people because they can help you with your career, you can help them. And it's really that building that trust with other people. So yeah, it's that I wish I knew how to collaborate and have that confidence to work with other people who are passionate with film and with television as well. Yeah.
With going back to what you just said about film and television, they are in Australia. They're all pretty much connected to each other.
Yeah.
So if you know people in the TV industry, they're most likely been on a film.
Oh yeah.
If they're a cam up for like Channel 7 or something, they've either done a film or they know
Freelance.
someone. Yeah, they've done
as well.
Yeah, they've done someone that has been in a film and can help you out trying. But then if you go to America, none of them socialise with each other. Like they'll have your cam ups for TV, then you'll have cam ups for like camera operators for not TV, for film. They don't really kind of go together. But Australia, once you get a bad name, that's it. You're pretty much gone.
Oh
or
yeah,
it's hard
bad
to get-
reputation.
Yeah, especially in Perth, everyone knows each other. And then like if you do something bad that's on one person's side, then that person can go talking, and then everyone, they join up the links and they go, this person, Yeah,
no, that's happened on a few occasions because Perth is a very small film and TV community, and word just spreads like wildfire.
Yeah, it does.
So, I mean, that's happened a few times with just a few other projects that I've heard. You just hear the names of the director and you think, oh, I'm never going to work with him again because I've heard the stories on set. And I mean, you hit it on the nail there. Perth is a very small community, so you have to have a very good reputation.
Which company would you hope to direct for? Disney, Universal Studios, or Warner Brothers? Or?
Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
maybe.
I mean, Lucasfilm, I think, was taken by Disney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were, but they still work. Like Disney just does the advertising and stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So technically, it's still like a film company, right? Other
Yeah.
than-
Yeah, I think
might be wrong.
I think 20th Century Fox has been taken over by
Disney.
Yeah.
Disney.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
unfortunately. So which one are you hoping to work for, or?
I think
no
Universal
preference?
Studios. Because, I mean, they've produced very good blockbuster films, and they've just got a very good reputation with a lot of like big Hollywood films, I guess. So
Yeah.
I guess they have their experience and the knowledge of producing quality films. So yeah, just working with them would be a good experience.
So what's the one common myth about your profession or field, and like that everyone like they talk about, but
It isn't true.
But isn't true.
Yeah, isn't true. Like,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if this is a myth, but like the fix it in post kind of idea where people have this assumption that if you make a mistake on set that you can fix it in post. It's not true. Because even in post you get your own issues, whether or not like the picture's too bright or too dark. So I guess I don't know if it's a myth or anything, but yeah, that fix it in post, it's definitely not true that people believe, if you make a mistake on set, you can, make it better in the edit room. So
she'll be right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. So
I had experience with that.
yeah.
Especially during TAFE. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had to edit a whole hour and a half end of year show.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, because the TD decided we had 3 TDs.
Yeah.
The text said do this, and the TD that was in charge did the exact opposite and told everyone the exact opposite. Like just choose one, like, and hope for the best.
Yeah, yeah.
Came back.
At the van it was just like just choose SDI. What's it? SDI? Is that the cable?
Yeah, SDI.
Yeah, SDI or XY, and it's like, just choose one. It's like fuck.
Yeah,
like 50-50 chance whether the audio is
the red or the blue,
yeah, literally. That's what it was like.
And then the producer looked at it and there's no bloody audio, and it's like
Yeah.
But I did find there was 8 tracks, audio tracks. Did find the 8 one track, and I had to connect them all together.
Yeah.
So every 5 seconds there was a stop, and each stop of those on track number 1 would record about 2 frames of audio.
Yeah.
And then track like 7 or 5 or something like that record like another 5 seconds of it.
Right.
And so you had to keep on joining them all up, and
Oh
all
my
you heard
gosh.
was now and then was like you hear
Yeah.
Oh god.
because that's me joining them all up, trying to join all up, but couldn't.
No wonder it took so long to edit.
I
That's
know.
crazy.
Took me 12 hours at the
Damn.
whole thing.
Really? Wow. Yeah. Right.
And that was me sitting at TAFE, just
Yeah.
doing, like, not even having a break, just sitting there doing it and fixing it.
Far
Yeah.
out.
So yeah, I do agree with you. You cannot fix it up and
Exactly.
well, you can, but you can't at the same
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
I mean, even with like color grading, that if it's too bright, you can't fix it, really, can you? Like, you can only slightly fix it
Yeah.
in a way. Like,
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we'll go to a break and we'll be back with more with
Sweet.
Aaron.
No problem. Maas
Right.
Staple.
Maas Staple.
Maas Staple.
And hello and welcome back to the Maas Staple podcast. Today we've got Aaron, our first ever guest here on the show.
Howdy.
Just during the break, for you guys would have been about 3 seconds, not even that. For us would have been about 5 minutes in between, checking audio and all that. We were talking about a little bit about Heath Ledger and the Joker, like different Jokers and all that.
Yeah.
So
Why
you
King?
said something about his makeup that was quite intriguing about
Yeah.
the reason why he licks his lips during that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when he just arrived in his makeup truck, I guess, he would, of course, work with, like, the makeup artist, but he usually did his own makeup, just chucked a whole load of white foundation on him, and then drew, like, the lipstick for the mouth.
Yeah.
And even with the prosthetics of the lips and all that, to mimic, like, a knife cut, he would always lick his lips, just to sort of have a bit more freedom with his, like, verbal, like, talking and dialogue. But it almost turned into, like, a physical characteristic of the Joker, where he did that really, like, psychotic lick of the lips kind of thing, which is great. I mean, these ideas come out of like nowhere.
So, and something so like it could be annoying for him, but not. Like we just think it's part of his character, but it's the makeup's probably annoying him. He's used that as an advantage for the character of the Joker. Like there's all these different types of Jokers. Like you've got the Justice League, you've got the 1990s series or whatever, or TV series, and you've got and then you've got and then you've got then you've got Joaquin Phoenix. Like they're all got their differences in like their character of a Joker. Yeah, it's probably one of the most
diverse.
I
was gonna say diverse characters.
Yeah, they will they'll try and use the right actor for that one role. Like they'll put a lot of time and effort into try and figure out who's the best actor for that role. Yeah, which is quite. I think they spend more time probably doing that than they probably do looking for a Batman.
Yeah, definitely.
Robert Pattinson, and George Clooney for Batman. I don't know why they do that for.
I think with Batman, it's just like, oh fuck, Ben's out or whatever. We just need someone. Yeah, definitely. I was like, I don't know.
Why the Joker, they'll sit there for like years and go, oh, who'd play the best role for the Dark Knight? Who'd play the best role for Justice League? Who'd play the best role for the Joker? Well, Joker the film, yeah. So who do you reckon is your best Joker of all time, or did you have a few?
If I'm being honest, I really like Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
I mean, he's Perth born, so you have that like location in Perth. You've got that relationship and resonation with him, but like he just brings something to the character that's very unique. Like he has that comedic factor to the Joker. It's not too serious, and as an audience, you almost just want to see him in every scene. Like I'm always like waiting for him to appear on screen, kind of thing.
I think that's what they also try to do as well. With that.
Yeah. But he's great. Like he just brings so much, like uniqueness to the character that no other person did to the Joker franchise. Yeah.
I like Joaquin for his psychotic reasons, but then Heath Ledger was a really good Joker as well.
Yeah.
I think Heath Ledger just took it out of the park a little bit more than Joaquin did, just a little bit. But
yeah. Also, the changing of the stories, throughout the movie, he always changes his story to each victim type of deal. So, yeah, that kind of is like a nod to the comics in a way.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Cool feature.
Yeah. So, what's the biggest challenge in your film career, and how did you overcome it?
I think I'm sort of gonna link that back to the failure part. Or the collaboration, I guess, with teamwork. So the biggest challenge, I guess, was moving from working by myself to then working with a team, because I've never worked with a team before. You sort of have to respect their role, because I've been used to dictating what I do and how to operate the camera and sound and all that. It's now leaving it up to the team. So I think the biggest challenge was to respect their role. So they respect the cameraman, respect the sound location recordist, to their role. So it's that challenge of just holding back and letting them do their role instead of me dictating what to do, kind of thing. So
focus on your role. Don't have OCD or anxiety.
I know.
Like outside of it, right?
Yeah. And that's also another thing that I found. The film industry, everyone's got their role, and that's their role. No one else.
Exactly.
Like you don't see lighting people or makeup artists going into the sound area and go, "No, you're doing this wrong," because then you'll hear the sound recorders going "fuck off," or you especially don't want to go telling the director what to do, because then that would be the biggest mistake of your life. You definitely won't have a job after that telling a director how to direct or
exactly.
And it's crazy. There's a fact that the director is actually usually the one that has the least amount of experience to anyone else on set. Usually, you have the DP, he's been working with other directors for years. But you suddenly have this director who could be inexperienced, his directorial debut. That then, as a director, you have that sort of boundary to say, all right, you cannot interfere with any other department because you're going to basically get told off by a very experienced DP or sound recordist or makeup artist. So
wow, didn't know that, actually, that one.
yeah, I mean, it's just works in all industries, even in music and broadcast. You just don't do other people's jobs.
Yeah, because you end up getting quite a bit of trouble. Yeah, and you always, if you're unsure about something, you always ask.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, don't go touching anything that anyone else is doing. Yeah, because not going to end up very well.
Yep. Yep.
No, definitely not.
What's the biggest surprise you've had in the last few months, and why?
Can I say COVID? Oh, is that not
Yeah,
surprise?
you can say
Yeah,
that.
you can say that.
Yeah,
Why
that's
not?
not a problem.
Yeah. It's just that sudden spontaneity of like a natural environmental factor that you cannot change. So as in like COVID, no one expected it. So it's that spontaneity that, all right, how do I work around it? And I guess, how can it benefit you?
Yep.
So it's instead of hitting up, like making it affect you, it's working out that creative problem solving. How can I use it to my beneficial, or use it to my benefit, and using it to my advantage. So maybe like working on scripts or collaborating with people. That's sort of the biggest surprise, but it's, I guess you just have to work out how to work around it.
Yeah, film industry, I think that hit the hard. Well, that would have been quite a hard one to get around.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
one stage, like everyone could hang around each other, and then all of a sudden, like we need to create this big war scene, and then you can't do that war scene because the restrictions of like 1.2 meters and all that.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of like they were doing a lot of American film, like they were filming over in America, and all of a sudden Australia film studios were getting used because like they were doing they're bringing everyone, like their directors, the producers, everyone over here, and all of a sudden now studios are getting used, like, and they're filming Milan, I think it was, the Disney Milan, I think something like that. Anyway,
sounds like that.
Yeah, they were filming that over here in Sydney, and there's a few other ones that are filming over in Sydney and Melbourne and Queensland at the moment.
Yeah.
And Avatar 2 or 3 got moved to New Zealand.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah. They were in the middle of filming that, and then COVID hit. Then when they've realised, New Zealand and Australia haven't got many cases, they've got the best restrictions.
Yeah.
If we have everyone in a quarantine area, and then for 2 weeks, and then we can start shooting and do whatever we want. We have freedom pretty much. Yeah. And then that's what another thing that kind of changed the film industry a bit was like things that weren't getting made here in Australia all of a sudden bringing money in through the film industry. And then the government were like, okay, well we're getting a higher, more want for film and all that. So let's put like 15 million or something like that into films, and all of a sudden people are starting to. You see people making films all the time now.
Of course. It's almost like a blessing in disguise, I guess. I mean, I shouldn't really say that because of COVID, but they use it to advantage. They got more jobs, more projects in Australia. But I think Perth is like, they should build a studio.
Yeah, for sure.
Encourage the jobs and encourage the money coming in.
Yeah, like one big production house. Yeah, definitely.
I think Kate, I've forgotten the last.
Walsh.
Yeah, Kate Walsh, she said something about that as well. If you don't know, she's an actor from Grey's Anatomy and also the mother of Hannah Brown in 13 Reasons Why, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So she agrees with that. She said Perth's perfect pretty much for that because we've got most conditions, like apart from snow, and then we've got a lot of freedom. Like, doesn't cost much to film anywhere. Because people, like, Calamunda's free to film.
Oh, yeah.
Kings Park's $200 an hour.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Film Scarborough's the most expensive, I think it is to film. Yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of places they say, you can, if you're a film student or a broadcast student, go ahead, film in our area. We want you here to advertise our land and all that. And Calamunda's the best for it. Like, you've got bushland, you've got houses,
views.
Like, and like these views are very hard to get over in America because they charge you big money, like especially next to the Hollywood sign. But you can always put that in edit with here in Perth, like, Hollywood, but it doesn't look like Hollywood. But you can just add a bit of CGI and then you go. You've got you can get like a fake Hollywood kind of thing going on.
Virtual sets.
Yeah, virtual sets. Yeah,
that too.
Yeah. Mandalorian. The really cool virtual set.
Yeah, virtual set.
Really
that's
cool
right,
seeing how they did that.
I couldn't. I was astounded by seeing and watching that. I was like, oh, wow, shit.
Yeah.
Didn't realize how much effort they put into that. So what made you inspired to be a filmmaker and producer and director.
Yeah, like what made that spark inside your head,
Yeah.
like to want to, do it.
I mean, almost the foundation of it. I'm gonna sort of start going back a little bit.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Basically, like my mum brought back the iPhone, like the really chunky iPhone.
Oh yeah.
The original.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
wow.
original. This
Damn.
was like 10 years
Old
ago.
school.
But I've always had that. I love the idea of click and record and just video recording myself, like dancing or singing in front of camera, and it just sparked from there. But what really inspired me, or just in my head thought like this is what I wanted to do, was I entered a film into a competition and I got an award for it, and I thought, I'm doing something that I love, that I'm getting awards for.
Yep.
This is something that I really want to do. I love telling stories. I love working with the camera. I guess, that was like 5 years ago. That sort of really sparked me to say, like, look, this is something that I'm passionate about. I want to do it. Just go for it. So, yeah, but the roots was using like the old iPhone cameras and just recording myself, my friends doing really stupid stuff. But yeah, it's really just gone on from there, and loving recording stuff and telling stories, like through like the actors and camera movement and all that. So yeah,
There's something I've noticed about you. You talk like a director as well, and how you explain things.
Really?
As well. Yeah.
Okay.
You've got that kind of director talk.
Charisma.
Charisma.
In
Yeah.
a way. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think.
I'd say that too.
Yeah. Just from the way they explain things.
Very
like,
detailed.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
It's not
detailed.
just basic.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, right.
a
A bit more. Yeah, you can talk.
bit more in there.
Yeah, a bit more in depth. Like,
Right, okay.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed about you, and just the way you explain things. Like,
Oh.
I'd think, like, if I saw you talking to someone,
Yeah.
it'd be like, yeah, he's a film director. Or that's what I'd probably think.
Okay.
Yeah, just by the way you,
Yeah.
using your
Interesting.
hands and the way you use,
Oh, yeah.
like using your words and
Wave him
yeah.
around. Yeah.
Right, that's
You're a
what I
director.
think. Yeah, that's what I think the director is. Yeah. Yes. So if you have a billboard, just quickly, if you could have a billboard with anything on it, what would it be and why?
I'd probably just do like a simple advice or message to say, like, have the confidence to go out there, tell a story and share it to the world, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, just sort of like encouragement and motivational for people
Yeah.
out there, kind of thing. Yeah, just motivation in the morning to look up and see this billboard and think, let's do it, this is the day.
That's
kind of thing.
yep,
Yeah.
beautiful. So have you got a YouTube channel or anything like that, or that you want people to follow, or?
Yeah. Just my name, Aron Attiwell, and I just post like short films, short videos, just of like my content, I guess, and just broadcast it out there, get people to watch it, and they like it, dislike it. Yeah.
How often do you post content?
Not very often. I'm really bad
Okay.
at that. I mean, I'm not really full time with YouTube. It's just really a platform to showcase your work. So I'm not religiously using it, but yeah, it's really just a form to show people what work I can do, like a show reel kind of thing.
Okay. Like evidence, like a resume in a way. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I really post maybe like once every 3 months, kind of thing. Yeah.
That's
we'll
still
put
good
it-
posting
yeah.
time, especially
Yeah.
if it's
Yeah.
like film tips and shit.
All right. Yeah.
Because it's like all your short films, right?
Yeah.
On there. Yeah.
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 Yeah,
That's more
it's-
than good enough, I reckon.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
film,
For
short
filming.
films, yeah, for
Yeah.
filming, yeah.
Yeah.
Way better.
Well, that goes our timer. So yeah, if you want to follow Aron on YouTube, like
Insta?
yeah, you got Instagram.
That's just my name, Aron
Okay.
Attiwell.
Yep. So
Alright.
we'll put all the links in the description below, and on our Facebook page, we'll put all of his information on there for you to follow him and have a look what he's doing.
Easy.
Alrighty. We'll catch you
problem.
next segment.
All right.
Cool.
Maas Staple.
Maas Staple.
All right. No problem.
Maas Staple.
Hello, and welcome back to the Maas Staple podcast. Today we've got Aron here as our special guest here, our first ever guest here on the show, on the podcast.
Yeah.
And he's a local film and film and director and producer. Every time I
Yeah, he works in broadcast
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
mate.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, you can tell when
Both
like,
industries.
Yeah.
you can tell when someone's worked in broadcast too long. They go, or they start saying TV instead rather than saying
Yeah.
film. Yeah. So if there was like everything apart from, so So if there was people in a book about you and then nothing else, like there was no houses, no cars, no nothing, like no other books that have ever been written. So it's just people left and a book about you. What would the title of the book be and the blurb at the back?
Wow. That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Also, the title of the book about me, or is it you write any
so
book
what would the title be of the book?
of like an
About
autobiography
you,
kind
yeah.
of thing, or? Jeez. Wow, I might have to go back to that question because that's a very tough question. Like thinking about what kind of book.
Alright, we'll ask you some random questions now.
Alright, yeah.
How many balloons in this room?
No, how many balloons would fill this
Sorry,
room?
how many balloons would fill the room? That's what I meant.
You think would fill
Yeah,
fill this room?
would fill the room.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe. Jeez. Like 300 maybe.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. That sounds pretty accurate, I
Yeah.
reckon.
Yeah.
300 to 400.
We've never tried it, but
Yeah.
probably one day we'll
I reckon
try
you
it.
should
Yeah.
try it. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
cool.
we'll make it like season 10, I reckon.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool. That'd be cool.
How about when a guest comes in, you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
as a joke?
Yeah.
Why not?
Do you prefer ships or planes? So like, could be cargo, could be like to travel on. What would you prefer?
If I'm being honest, I prefer planes because I'm almost like afraid of water, like
Okay,
deep
yeah.
water. So
Yeah.
if I'm on a boat and I fall out, I'm like crapping my pants.
Yeah.
I'm swimming to that boat to get back on it. So I prefer planes, but you almost have that anxiety when you're on planes when there's like the turbulence and
Yeah.
all that. But I probably prefer planes.
Funny
Yeah.
you say turbulence.
Yeah.
I watched air crash investigations before
Yeah.
I went on an airplane.
Yeah.
Biggest mistake you guys can
Oh,
do. We were flying over a bushfire, and there was
Yeah,
a whole heap
right.
of turbulence, and that's actually worse than actually getting wind turbulence at some stages because
Yeah,
it can
right.
actually stop the engines from flowing.
Yeah.
And so I thought, like, as soon as we hit this bush, like the captain said, "Oh, we're going through some turbulence. We're going through a bushfire." And I was thinking, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. Yeah.
And then next thing you know, the plane just drops.
Wow.
And fuck! Like, gonna be the
Yeah,
next
yeah.
episode of air crash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah. That was the biggest mistake I ever did.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Do you prefer day or night?
Probably day because I'm actually
Day.
doing something.
Yeah.
Proactive and productive. Nighttime's good though. Like you have the benefits of sleeping
Yeah.
and dreaming, but day you know you're doing something.
Dreaming your next film and.
Yeah. Dreaming about how you compose the shot and everything.
Do you prefer cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Dogs.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of cats to be honest.
Yeah.
They just like latch onto you and
Too
scratch
loud,
you.
maybe?
I don't know. Like I don't know. Like they just. I don't know, they're buggers. They just try and bite you and scratch you and everything. Where dogs,
Yeah.
they're sort of cuddly, or depends what dog you get, but yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
I get that.
Do you
Yeah.
prefer meat or salad?
Do you have vegans watching the show?
Yeah.
What's your audience?
We've probably already pissed them off already.
yeah.
They would have all left by now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've
most
probably
likely,
we've
yeah.
probably pissed them off by now.
Yeah, okay.
I reckon.
Big meat eater.
Yeah.
Sorry for whoever's left. But I know, being born in Australia, you're just religiously eating meat like on the barbecue, and yeah, it's such a, especially in summer, just
Yeah.
having a good burger or something.
Yeah, that's pretty fair
Yeah.
income. That I have to agree. Yeah. If aliens landed and said you could have any job on their planet, what would you choose?
On their planet,
Yeah, any job. That
operating the UFO / the
saucer.
Yeah, the
flying-
saucer thing.
AT found
that
home.
would be cool. Yeah, just like
Uh,
flying that around. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And would you leave like planet Earth just to go on that planet, or would you stay?
Hmm.
But that means you don't get to fly their flying saucer or whatever you want to
Damn
call
it.
it.
Yeah, just go and explore like different areas, different
Yeah.
planets, see what life or is like on that planet, and the environment that's on it. So,
Yeah.
just different experience.
If you were an ice cream, what flavor would you be?
I'm gonna say vanilla. I'm very original and very boring. So,
Okay, yeah.
and vanilla's like the go-to ice cream if you just don't want any like spicy flavors or anything. So it's
Yeah.
just the standard flavor. So I'm gonna say vanilla.
Yeah, I always have chocolate and vanilla when I go.
Yeah. That's good mixture, I reckon. Yeah.
Strawberry and vanilla,
Yeah.
also a good one.
Very
Yeah,
sweet.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
definitely more my style.
Yeah. Right.
If you could be a superhero, which one would you be? And Stephen, you say your thing.
Yeah, word of warning here, like just like your uncle, your girlfriend, your mum, like someone around you will die. At least, you know, there's always a tragedy in
Yeah.
Superhero stuff. So, yeah, it's
Which
word of
superhero-
warning. Word
Which
of warning.
superhero would you be?
I like Iron Man,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
but
Okay.
due to his like charisma and business-like nature, I guess. I don't know. I mean, you have an audience that are probably superhero based, but I know Iron Man's pretty cool. He's very tech savvy, innovative. I like that creativity that he has.
Yeah, Stephen
Right.
would agree with you that one.
Yeah.
Iron Man.
Yeah, always making new suits all the time.
Yeah, I think it's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Definitely.
I'm not the biggest fan of Iron Man.
No?
Like due to the character, not the actual Iron Man, but like the actual actor who plays.
Oh, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of him. Like,
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
been a big fan of
You
him.
reckon there could be a better actor in the
Yeah.
suit?
Could be,
Mm.
definitely, for sure.
Yeah.
Even a TAFE student could be probably a better actor than
Let's rock up to Marvel Studios one day.
Yeah. Give me the part.
Yeah.
No, not like someone
Here's my
who,
Gronk pass.
Yeah.
I did the Gronk last year.
like someone who doesn't even want to be there at TAFE could
Mm.
do probably a better job than he could. I personally reckon, but everyone's probably gonna go fucking. I hate you, Michael, for saying that shit. But yeah, it's just my opinion. Like,
No, it's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
describe yourself in one word.
Wow. That's not the word. Laid back.
Like, but okay, yeah,
I like to hold back and watch everything do
Unfold.
its clockwork
Yeah.
kind of thing, and just observe.
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I was gonna say passionate because of like the filming aspect, but I like observing and watching things around me So
First,
I'm gonna say
then
laid back.
doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seeing how it's done
yeah.
and then moving forward
Yeah.
type of thing too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And last question for that one: would you rather live permanently in a roller coaster park, right? Yeah, roller coaster park, or a zoo?
I like the roller coaster park
Yeah.
because then, is that if people are there? Or is it
Yeah,
by
like
yourself?
yeah, but you can only permanently live there, but everyone else
Mm.
can come in and out. And
Yeah. Zoos would be very noisy and loud, I feel.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
at night time, you could have like a bird really like chirping away and you couldn't
Yeah.
get any sleep. Whereas roller coasters, it's quiet, but then you could, I don't know, have fun going on it. I don't know.
yeah,
But you might get
yeah.
bored
Yeah, that's
on the
true.
same ride. But
Yeah,
zoos just are so noisy and yeah. I don't know. Why? What would you pick, Michael?
I'd probably just choose a zoo.
Yeah?
Learn how to become like all the other animals.
Yeah.
So like study them and like just so like then you can become friends with them and like
Yeah,
because
good
I think
point.
that's what they kind of do. Like animals, I know like lions like they eat other animals, but that for meat and all that. But like if
Yeah.
you kind of they're fed every day, you can like go okay, well, like let's learn how to communicate with them and see what we can
Yeah,
what we
make
can learn
friends
from
with
that.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Try to ride them,
because people
even possibly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Become a tamer.
Yeah, because some
Yeah.
people like they'll train up a lion since a cub, or then they'll have like other people who might be, no, they might have an elephant or something like that. They might just train up and then like they stick to that one animal. If you can stick to other animals and then go communicate with them, like
Yeah.
you could be eventually communicating with the gorilla one day or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I reckon, but that's just me really. Like, but
So you want to become a translator?
yeah,
Animal
like,
translator.
yeah.
Translator.
like
yeah.
go, you know.
Yeah. I know what that means. Ah.
Yeah, it's just like the monkey saying like "fuck off" to
Yeah. Yeah.
Get off my lawn.
yeah, get off the lawn.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah. So going back to this
Oh, the book.
the book, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, I can ask you a few more other questions if you want, or if you
Ah.
wanna.
Yeah, why not? Actually, yeah.
Okay. So, if you had $1 million to spend on anything, what would you spend it on?
A film. Easy. I mean, I'd be realistic. I put money towards a house, but most of it would go to a film.
Film, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And
Will you
have
spend like half
yeah.
on the film and then the half on the house and stuff, or?
Yeah, I reckon like maybe like a quarter deposit on a house, but majority of it go on a film, because that could, you know, boost your career, and then you can get a very nice house if you're successful. So
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay.
Usually the high budget films are the best ones anyway. Yeah.
there you go. Yeah.
What would you pick as your last meal? Like if you ever lived
A burger.
a burger? Yeah.
Yeah, like just a very good burger. I don't want like a Macca's burger or anything, but a decent quality burger. Just
Like a grilled burger or a homemade one, or
yeah, maybe like a homemade. Grilled burgers, I know like the taste of it, whereas homemade, you get that natural homemade feel, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah.
What's the best compliment you received and the best quote that's touched your heart?
Oh, your comments when you said like I'm the director style. Yeah, I don't know. Like people, the director the one that I was talking about, I said was my biggest failure. I work with him frequently now. His compliment, I guess, was that I'm like passionate and hardworking. So I guess that sort of I live to that. I want to live to that expectation of being hardworking and passionate. So yeah, what was the second part of the question?
Best compliment and the best quote
From another person?
or like that's what I read off Facebook or Google or something like that. Or it could have been from a movie as well. Like, yeah.
The quotes that I've sort of hold on to is from like other directors.
Yeah.
And biggest one's probably Ron Howard, which is basically just have the confidence to go out there, tell a story, and like share it to the world. So that's just almost like a motivational thing to get up your ass and do stuff kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me, am I recording on that? Oh,
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
All good, mate.
No, cause as soon as I was like, shit, did I press record on that camera?
All good.
Sorry about that. Is there anything that we haven't asked, but we should have asked you?
No.
No.
I'm pretty sure you've had a variety and diverse bunch of questions. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought the roller coaster thing was quite interesting, where you roller coaster and zoo question, and the balloon thing was a bit random, but still, it's a good question.
I looked up them on Google. And it's like random questions.
Oh,
to
random
ask
questions,
people.
yeah.
And like one of the, well, I think one's like, do you prefer? I forgot what it was. Prefer, and then I was like, oh, what do you prefer? Ships and planes.
Yeah.
What do you prefer? Salad or meat? I think that might have been the question. Do you prefer salad or meat? And I was like, oh, what else can I add to that?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And going back to the book, if the
Here we go.
Yeah. I think I would call it I'm going to say the Filmmaker's Handbook. I'm going to say that because I don't want to be like sort of self-centered and say like this is my life kind of thing. I want to do it as like a helping other people handbook kind of thing, like a textbook.
Yeah.
And the blurb, to be honest, I think would just be like the ins and outs of the film industry.
Prominent
like a
directors
film
you've worked with?
Yeah, the experience that I've had. I don't know. I think the blurbs would just be quotes from other directors, like testimonials kind of thing.
Yeah.
I can't really think of a blurb at the moment, but yeah, just like a film director's handbook. Because I know maybe through your guys' experience or my experience, I've had to like go on YouTube and talk to other people about and have mentoring as to how to develop like your own voice and your own style. I think just through this one book, it will be like a Bible for like filmmaking and film directing kind of thing. You don't have to go out to other sources to find out everything. It's just in this one book.
And how to make how to become the director.
How to make the perfect film or $1 million film or something. Yeah.
I like that.
Cool.
I think that's everything. You got any more questions, Stephen, to ask Aaron?
With green screen, are you using that much?
For the film that I'm making at the moment?
Yeah.
we're actually not using visual effects for the film.
Okay.
I'm not really a religious believer of visual effects, to be honest.
More of a practical effects guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I did actually use green screen for other projects, but I just always have that issue in post with like keying out yourself and having the right lighting and all that. So
And having spill on the screen
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
it's not really my forte, to be honest. So I try to avoid it as best as I
Okay.
can.
So you wouldn't say that practical and special effects should be used together. It should just be one or the other in most cases, would you say? Or
Or
Not
maybe
really.
like you can have the odd green screen effect. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. Like most films have like the odd green screen and they use practical effects. Like maybe Christopher Nolan, he's not really a religious believer of visual effects, but you have to have at some points have to have visual effects because it's sometimes impossible to have
do
that
it.
with money and all that. So yeah, I think you can have a bit of both now and
Okay.
then again.
Hmm.
Cool.
Hmm.
All right.
Alrighty,
No
thank you
worries
so
then.
much for being on the show, Aaron,
you.
today.
Yeah, thanks
and
for coming.
We'll put all of these links in the description for his YouTube channel and Instagram that you want to follow.
And Twitter? Do you have Twitter as
Oh,
well?
no, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we'll put all in
no,
the...
no chap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
we'll put all in the
No
link
worries.
below. If you want to follow us on Maas Staple on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, which will be all about here. And Stephen, what does everyone do? What they can do if they want
MaasStaplePodcast.com.
to. Yep, that's the one.
And
That's
the,
our website.
Make sure if you sub, make sure the notification bell is on all, and it's
Yep.
not grayed out.
And then you can see our
Yeah.
good podcast with Aaron and our future guests that are coming on with, I think, Ralph, Kaylee, and Callum that are coming up.
Yeah.
And then our end of year show at the end of the year just before it ends. Alrighty, thank you so much for
Thanks,
being here,
guys.
Aaron.
Yeah.
And
Cheers for coming on, man.
Thank
yeah,
you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
you.
Right, 3, 2,
All right.
1.
Maas Staple.
Woo! Alright, all done. Thank you for that.
Cheers, guys. Thanks very much.